track reviews.
Hi, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well. And it's time for a track review. As soon as I could get it out to you, my opinion on this new track from one of pop's greatest enigmas, and that is Lorde, coming through for a third album cycle now. We remember the pure heroine era, the melodrama era, and now we are kicking off a new era with this latest single titled Solar Power. This thing was announced earlier this week, and now that it's out here in front of us, it seems to be produced by Jack Antonoff and feature some guest vocals from not only Phoebe Bridgers, but Clairo as well. I don't know. Just psyched to try it out and see exactly what direction this new song might be pointing in. Let's give it a try. Let's see what we've been waiting all these years for. Ba-bam. Okay, all right. Well, that was certainly not what I expected at all. Sort of an interesting track for Lorde. I'll start trying to dig into it lyrically a little bit. Look, I'm not trying to say that I know what the song is about. This is merely my interpretation here. But it seems like this is kind of like an inspirational, driving us straight to the youth anthem here. Maybe kind of encourage a new way, free of inhibitions, addiction to mobile devices, just losing expectations, just pure bliss and freedom. Now, I don't know if this is sort of like a social statement or observation, or is she merely kind of coming through with this song as a reaction to maybe the pandemic sort of subsiding and people sort of being in this mood, this attitude to sort of get back to normal and get back to a point of bliss and feeling good and enjoy the outside, enjoy each other, so on and so forth. Could be that as well. Either way, the track sounds like freedom. It sounds like openness. It sounds like warmth. It sounds like a hug, or at least that's the attitude of the track. As far as the music goes, kind of an interesting direction for Lorde to go in, a bit of a throwback, I'd say. Sure, much of the song is very low key. It's got that driving acoustic guitar that is very subtly played, but it's mic'd super close, like it's really in your face. The bass, while it's not played super loud or super aggressively, is also mixed and just thrown up right in your face. It's just super it's so claustrophobic. And the vocals as well, to a degree. Everything for a good deal of this song is low-key, it's hushed, but it feels loud and it feels intense because it's just right up front and center. It's right in your face. There's something about the vocals with how hushed, but also how close they feel. That also reminds me a little bit of Billie Eilish, but yeah, it's somewhat of a similar, I guess, technique, but applied and executed in a wildly different way. By no means am I trying to say here that this sounds like a Billie song or anything like that. If I had to say this song sounds like anybody else's song, in many ways to me this kind of reminds me of like a Stones track. You know, one of the more anthemic tracks where, you know, you have the big background chorus and it makes you want to clap in the air. Or maybe think also by comparison, like the second half of Hey Jude, where the groove really gets going and all the instrumentation's really hammering on and it just feels really righteous. You know, it's got that big arena rock anthem type sound. But again, this track for a good deal of its runtime plays it pretty low key outside of a pretty grand finale where, like Hey Jude, and like numerous Stone songs that are kind of in this style, you have that grand group sung refrain, which comes in the form of solar power, solar power, solar power, solar power, solar power. If I had to make a critique of this track, you know, that finale there, I wish it just reached a bit higher, was a bit bigger, and maybe lasted a tad bit longer. I feel like it doesn't escalate as high as it could or should, considering like how long the song was like really pulling back. And I would hope that for that length of time, we'd get like a bop, 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 bam, like fireworks at the very finish. Still, having said that though, this is a pretty cool track. I like the mood. I like the attitude. I like the sentiment coming through in the lyrics. And I like that, in a way, she kind of put her own little spin on this on this classic rock formula here. And certainly the guest vocals did come in and play a role in making the finish of the song sound a bit bigger, a bit grander. You know, Melodrama proved that she can write a pretty versatile record, so I have no doubt that this will be one of many different variations of sounds and genres on this new LP. So maybe we'll be looking at an even wider variety of sounds on this record. I guess we'll see. But yeah, digging this track. It's pretty good. Let me know what your thoughts of it are down in the comments. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? Over here next to my head, it's another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Lorde Is Solar Power, forever.